What if I told you that you've been wasting half of your time at the gym and that cutting your workout volume in half can actually maximize your muscle growth, leaving you with bigger, leaner muscles than ever before? Sounds crazy, right? But it's not just possible. It's what the smartest bodybuilders are already doing to explode their gains with less effort and way more results. Forget everything you've been told about doing 20 sets, 6 days a week, and spending hours chasing the perfect pump. That's old school thinking. What if the secret wasn't more, but less? Less volume, less time, more focus, more power. Imagine walking into the gym, hitting just a few strategic sets, and walking out knowing your muscles are already growing, without the burnout, without the guesswork. This isn't hype. This is science-backed, experience-tested, and brutally effective. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how low-volume training might just be your shortcut to insane muscle growth, especially if you've hit a plateau or you're tired of spinning your wheels. Let's break the rules and finally grow like never before. For years, we've been told that more volume equals more muscle. You've probably seen the charts. Do 15 to 20 sets per muscle per week, hit each body part twice, spend at least 60 minutes training. Sounds familiar? This high-volume approach became gospel in the fitness world, but no one ever stopped to ask, does more always mean better? Here's the truth. That method works, until it doesn't. At first, all the sets and reps feel productive. You're sore, you're sweating, you think you're crushing it. But then, progress stalls. Your strength plateaus. You're tired all the time, and worst of all, your gains start slowing down, no matter how much volume you throw in. That's what we call junk volume. You're working hard, but not smart. So why does the mainstream keep pushing this narrative? Simple. It's flashy, it sells. Long workouts make you feel like you're doing more. Fitness influencers post giant routines to seem hardcore. But what they don't tell you is that they're often on PEDs, or they've trained for a decade already. The average guy, he's just getting buried under volume that his body can't recover from. And here's something no one talks about. More volume means more risk, more wear and tear on your joints, more fatigue that leaks into your sleep, your job, your life. You don't need to be a gym martyr to build muscle. You need strategy and the courage to break away from what everyone else is doing. That's why low-volume training is starting to blow up. New research is flipping the script on everything we thought we knew about volume. Multiple studies have shown that muscle growth isn't just about how much you do, but how close you push to failure. In other words, 3 high-quality sets taken near your limit can outperform 10 half-hearted ones, where you're just going through the motions. Quality over quantity isn't just a quote, it's science. One fascinating study found that training with just 6 to 9 total sets per muscle per week, as long as those sets were close to failure and with the right load, led to muscle growth twice as fast as traditional high-volume protocols. That's less than half of what most training plans suggest. And yet, the gains got better with each week. They were sharper, more efficient, and easier to recover from. Another key insight, the dose-response curve. It means that yes, volume does help up to a point, but after about 10 to 12 hard sets per muscle per week, the benefits flatline. You're not building more muscle. You're just accumulating fatigue. That extra effort, it's mostly going to waste. And worse, it might actually hurt your progress if you're not recovering properly. Here's where things get exciting. Low volume doesn't mean low intensity. In fact, you've got to bring the fire. Fewer sets mean you're forced to focus. You go all in. The rest periods matter. The tempo matters. You become a laser, not a shotgun. And that's exactly what triggers hypertrophy in a more predictable and sustainable way. So while the world chases more sets, more exercises, more everything, the smart lifters are doing less and getting more out of it. Because science doesn't care about ego. It rewards precision, progression, and recovery. And when those align, that's when real transformation starts. Let's get real. Low-volume training isn't just about saving time. It's about finally training in a way that respects your body and your recovery. One of the biggest benefits? You stop feeling constantly drained. Instead of dragging yourself through endless sets, You leave the gym feeling powerful, like you actually stimulated growth without beating yourself into the ground. Another major advantage? Sharper focus. With fewer sets, every rep matters. You walk into the gym with a plan, not just to check off another exercise, but to give your all to 2 or 3 key movements. That level of intensity creates a completely different training experience. It's not about volume anymore. It's about impact. And that's when results start showing up faster. And let's not ignore the most underrated benefit: sustainability. Training with low volume gives you more flexibility in life. You can build an impressive physique without giving up your evenings, your weekends, or your sanity. It's a way to train smarter, stay consistent long-term, and actually enjoy the process. Because what's the point of getting big if you're burned out before you even get there? All right, so how do you actually put this low-volume training into action? It's simpler than you think, but it needs to be intentional. The magic happens when you cut the fluff and focus only on compound movements that hit the most muscle at once. I'm talking squats, deadlifts, bench press, rows, overhead press. Those lifts where you move serious weight and your whole body works. 2 or 3 exercises per session, that's it. And trust me, if you're going hard, that's all you need. Now here's where most people mess up. They keep the sets low, but don't bring the intensity. That won't work. You need to take those sets close to failure, like 2 reps away from, I can't move this thing anymore. For each exercise, aim for just 2 sets, but go all in. You'll be surprised how destroyed your muscles feel after only a few focused sets when you actually give it your max effort. No distractions, no wasted reps. A great weekly split could be something like push-pull legs, done only 3 times a week, or even full body twice a week if you're busy. The key is consistency with intensity. You're not chasing soreness, you're chasing progression. Write your weights down. Track your reps. Try to improve something every week. Even if it's just 1 extra rep or 5 more pounds, that's how growth compounds over time. Oh, and here's an underrated gem. Finish some workouts with just 1 slow, controlled set focused on the mind-muscle connection. It could be a cable fly or a leg curl, something isolated. Go super slow. Feel the muscle contract and end the session with purpose. It helps lock in the pump, reinforces good technique, and mentally signals your body. We're done. Now grow. Before we continue, we need to demystify some misconceptions that people have. One of the first things people say when they hear about low-volume training is, that's only for beginners, right? And honestly, that's a myth that needs to die. This method works for beginners, intermediates, and even advanced lifters, especially those who've been stuck in a plateau. The real key is intensity and recovery. If you know how to push your sets hard and give your body time to grow, you'll build serious muscle no matter your level. Another common fear is, won't I lose progress if I don't do tons of volume? Nope. In fact, doing too much can actually hold you back. When you pile on set after set, you're not just working harder, you're wearing yourself down. Your joints ache, your energy drops, and your motivation tanks. With low volume, you protect your recovery so you can come back stronger every session. It's not about doing less for the sake of laziness. It's doing what actually moves the needle. And let's address the elephant in the room. Isn't this just a shortcut? Honestly, yes, and that's not a bad thing. It's a smarter, more efficient shortcut that skips the fluff and gets right to the good stuff. There's no prize for spending 2 hours in the gym every day. But if you can train 30 to 45 minutes 3 times a week and build more muscle than someone training double that, wouldn't you take that deal? Once you've followed that initial low-volume plan for about 3 solid months, and yes, I mean sticking to it with real consistency, you'll likely start seeing some serious changes. More strength, better muscle definition, improved recovery. And that's when it's time to take the next step. Because your body adapts. And if you want to keep growing, you've got to level up your strategy without falling into the trap of adding a bunch of useless volume. Here's where my personal protocol comes in. something I call the EFT system: explode, fail, and tension. It's a method built to give your muscles multiple types of stimulus, but still within a low-volume framework. The first set is your explosive strength set. Go heavy, go powerful, around 5 to 6 reps. The second set is controlled failure, slightly lighter weight, but taken to near total fatigue. And if you're feeling bold, add a slow tension finisher, like a tempo set with a 3-second negative. Just one of each. Brutal, precise, effective. What makes this protocol so powerful is that it hits different growth pathways in one short session. You're not just relying on load or reps or tempo. You're combining them intelligently. Plus, it keeps your mind engaged. Every set feels different, and you're not just counting reps. You're actually connected to the work. That focus boosts your results more than people realize. You can use this method across all muscle groups and rotate through variations every 4 to 6 weeks. So, for example, use incline bench 1 cycle, then switch to dumbbell press or machine version. Small changes, big results. And the best part? You're still out of the gym in under an hour, but walking out with a chest, back, or legs that feel absolutely lit up. That's how you make low volume work like a high-performance machine. So here's the takeaway. Low volume training isn't a shortcut. It's a smarter path to real, lasting gains. You don't need to destroy your body to build it. You just need the right focus, the right intensity, and a plan that actually works with your life. And if you want to take your results even further, don't stop here. Check out the video right on your left, where I break down 7 powerful habits that unlock insane muscle growth and take your progress to the next level. I'll see you there.